I'm live. All right. Don't be surprised. 3 ways to reconsider. 3 ways to reconsider what? Well, the topic right now is YouTube and what corporate is going to do or planning to do. I have hope that YouTube's going to reconsider these strict rules that they're planning on reinforcing or imposing, reinforcing. So that means that as content creators, we need to stop and reconsider what we're doing. You know, they could have been very selective in the beginning and even presently. Uh, but in the big picture, that wouldn't have worked, or they would have been selective, I do believe. But this is an excellent platform because, YouTube, the originators of YouTube, the guys that first started out doing this, I don't think they seen where it was going to go in the beginning, you know, totally different now from where it was then, how it's developed and progressed. And along the way, YouTube, giving credit where credit's due, has helped and has made a difference in so many people's lives that would have never had an opportunity. You know, a guy could be really basically homeless and have a YouTube page and have a channel that makes him some good money and takes him off the street. And he's went from walking to driving a sports car, literally. Um, like I said in the beginning, for me, I wasn't thinking about money. It wasn't about that. I just wanted to help someone that was struggling, somebody learning. Um, if I could help someone out and make a difference for them, then I'm doing my job, you know, and that's something I take personally. It's how it should be. It's how America used to be. We cared about our fellow man. We cared about our neighbor, uh, like we care about ourselves. And we've gotten so withdrawn and closed off to one another. So this platform is changing that. You may not know your neighbor, but you can communicate, with the world. What an opportunity, really. Um, so what I'm trying to say is we need to think about our channel and what we're doing with our channel. I could sit here and talk and scratch my head and pick my nose. Don't mean to gross any of you out that are sensitive to that. But I'm trying to make a point. And my point is, what am I here for? We as content creators need to stop and reevaluate. What am I here for? Why am I here? Am I just bored and trying to pass some time? And if I have a few subscribers, that's cool, and I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. That's okay. Um, am I wanting to make some friends? Maybe, possibly. Am I just wanting to communicate? And that's the whole purpose behind it. It's my platform. I get to communicate, and if somebody listens to me, great. Um, what's the reason why you have a channel? What's the purpose for it? I've seen guys on here that have some professional looking photography going on, videoing going on, and they have 500 subscribers, 300 subscribers. I don't get it. With the thousands of people that come to YouTube, how is it that it doesn't make sense to me? Maybe there's some things I don't understand, and that's why it doesn't make sense at this point. Because I am relatively new here and a baby in comparison to many, many of you. But it doesn't matter on this level because the principles, the foundation that I'm coming from, it applies. And I personally believe there's value there, so I'm here. Value there, what am I talking about? The principles and the foundation that I'm speaking from, the content of what I'm having to say. And so, for what that's worth, that's why I'm here. I don't need that in my ear. So, why are we here? So, for example, if I'm going to do a video and I'm got a channel and I'm going down to the dump, doing a dump run. Okay, that's cool. But if we could do this and create a story line with doing that, or maybe you do a little 5-minute segment 4 or 5 days in a row, you have 25 minutes of content. And it would be interesting, and have some content that would really be worth seeing. So this is what I mean about reevaluating what you're doing. How do you use YouTube? I have a friend, he does photography, and he uses YouTube for showcasing his marriage videos that he does. And he's making money off of YouTube, but he's not making money off of YouTube. He's using the YouTube platform and the technology that they're providing him, that they provide. He's taking advantage of that and using it so he can send people, prospective customers, to check out his work. Go to here. This is my link. Check out my link if you like my work. I look forward to talking to you. And so he's using YouTube on that, like that. He's happy with YouTube. He has no complaints. I mean, and why would he? So that's what I'm saying. How are you using YouTube? What's your perception of YouTube? And a lot of times we got to think outside the box. And this is where the platform that I have been talking about, that I've created, and I'm beginning to build that. It needs to be diverse, because information is power, knowledge is power, and we often keep that to ourselves. It's benefiting me, and I don't want to be in competition with you, and so I'm keeping this to myself. And if you make it, you make it. If you don't, sink or swim, sucker. But we got to get back to basics because this is how we grow and develop as a country, as individuals, by sharing knowledge, information, helping one another. You know, how many businessmen are out there because somebody took them under their wing? Somebody had a heart and understood where they were at and reached out to them to help them. And they are who they are today as the end result. They're driving that Mercedes. You know, they live in Beverly Hills or whatever the wealthy neighborhood is in your state or area. Because somebody reached out and helped them out. You know, mentored them, for lack of a better term, or maybe that's the right term. But my point is this: I want to build a platform where diverse, you know, you've been to school and you've got knowledge about how to get around the internet. I don't have that. I'm having to dig in and dig and search and research and study it and you know, and that's good. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm trying to say is right now, as creators, content creators, and we're wanting to move forward and we're awake. Now it's time. Now is the time. Timing is everything. And I don't think I need to just talk about that. Timing is everything, and now is the time. You know, I've been up all night for the last 4 nights with what's going on. I'm awake. You know, it's 4 o'clock, 4:30 my time right now. Once again, in the morning. I'm getting 3 hours sleep in the afternoon right now. And why am I doing this? Why? Because I see the value of, if we can get this ball rolling and it picks up momentum and people start catching on to the vision where we're sharing knowledge, we're sharing information, we're brainstorming, we're getting together, we're pulling together. And that's why I have this Facebook page, easy to tips and tricks, etc., etc. But when I searched for it, I wasn't able to find it. But no, I have a Facebook page. That's my personal page. And that's Invo, INVO, SKIN. You can send me a request. Let me know that you're from YouTube, so I know who you are. I know where you're coming from. So please let me know that you're from YouTube, and you want to be added to the group. And I am more than happy. I'm excited. I am actually excited about that, because what I've learned recently was, well, just on the last interview and speaking with Rich, that he has a radio show that he does. So you can get in on that too. But nonetheless, he was talking about there are YouTube groups on Facebook. I didn't know that. I created my own page so we could have our platform. But I believe I have something fresh and new and an angle where nobody else is doing this. And only the people listening to this, you know, are hearing that for the first time, I do believe. But if it catches on and people get this mindset where they recognize, wait a minute, we need to, it's time. It's high time that we pull together. United we stand. You know, this flag back here, united we stand. In God we trust. We need to get back to basics. And so my point is come to my page. Or if you're already in a group, we need to start brainstorming. We need to start sharing information, what we know. You know, if I have a channel where I'm just doing whatever, I'm videotaping myself because I just want to talk and I want somebody to hear me and, make contact and connections with people. And that's what I want to do. And I don't know how to go about um, taking 5 minutes here and there throughout the week and videotaping it, or 10 minutes, whatever, and putting together like a story. And I don't know how to go about that. And you can tell me because this is something you've studied. This is something that's your forte. I mean, that's your baby right there. And you could tell me how you could lay it out and show me that process. And if I act on it, or when I act on it, implement that, I'm going to have one heck of an improvement. My show would improve immensely. It would be night and day difference. And this is what I'm talking about. And so if you're in the group, you're there because maybe you're curious. Okay, what are they really going to do? Where's it really going to go? And you're just kind of feeling it out, going through the motions because you're not sure. Well, that's normal. But if you come into the group with the mindset of, I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to help those that really want the help. Then that's a game changer. And there'll be power there. We have power. YouTube channel gives you power. I look at these. I've been looking and observing as I've been channel surfing, gleaning from these channels, and I'm looking at these guys that they're just average guys. They're woodworkers. And I'm a woodworker. And they're making money. They're making some pretty good money. Well, what are they doing so different? And then you have those that are woodworkers and they do nice work and they're not making much. Well, the guys that are making money, they've learned about this sponsorship with Amazon and whoever else, where if you put their products on your page and your subscribers purchase from that, and or you get your friends to buy it from you rather than from the store, and they're going to get a deal on it, then you're making money every time somebody buys something. And they're working this and they know that. And so knowledge is power. If you don't like something and you've got a YouTube channel and you can broadcast it, and if you have a subscriber base, and if you're ranking up there in the rankings because you've learned about the ISOs and the words you choose, then you can make a difference. So this is what I'm saying, reconsidering your channel. Now, starting out small. There is a saying, it's an old saying, it's fake it till you make it. It's you dress the part. It's the mindset, it's how you think. But then a lot of times we need that information, and that's what I'm talking about, partly anyway. And then there's different aspects of using the channel. And again, this is where having this platform where we can share our interests, share our ideas. We can brainstorm, build a platform for a think tank. And we can have groups where this is John and Joe and Dave and Marissa and Julie and this is their expertise, their area of expertise. So we build on one another's strengths. My weakness is your strength, and your weakness is my strength, and we build this platform, and we develop these groups within the group. Kind of like if you went to a seminar, you choose what areas you're going to go listen to, what topics, because based on the heading of it and the little description of it, you're going, I could use that. I could gain some knowledge if it's of any value. I'm gonna go check that out. So the point is I'm just saying within the group, there's people with the information and this is why we're gonna share. That's the purpose of sharing our thoughts, our interests, areas of our expertise, so that we can network. So, and that's networking on a different level. Usually networking is referring to business deals, and that as well. But as far as gaining the knowledge, gaining the information amongst ourselves as content creators, this will put a whole new spin and take this internet chat, lost the words, sorry, this internet channels to a whole new level where we can really begin to financially excel. When I found out that this was possible, that I was in unbelief. I have heard of a guy making $100,000 a month. And if you're hearing this for the first time, you're probably sitting where I was at going, no, that is not possible. Talk to some people that have been on YouTube for any length of time. It's real. It's real. No, that's not for everybody. There's always those guys at the top. And whatever it is that they're doing, the knowledge they have affords them to do that. Kind of like, you take a millionaire and you take all his money from him and you place him in a city. Give him a year and he'll be a millionaire again. Why? How is that? How is it you can take a millionaire, take all his money from him, drop him into an unknown city, and in a year that man will be a millionaire? Why I heard that as a teenager growing up. And I heard it quite a bit back then. It's not something you hear much anymore or at all. But why? Because it's been done. Somebody's done it, or more than one person's done it. It's the knowledge. Gaining that knowledge, gaining that information is what I'm talking about. United. We can share our strengths and our knowledge, and we can help one another. As well as networking. I share with the group my hobbies. My hobbies, I have to buy things for my hobbies. And so if I can go and buy it wholesale and I have it and I can sell it to you, and we have this platform that grows. Now, I'm not talking about 10 grassroots. I'm talking about in a bigger scale. But it starts out here. And then you're selling it on the internet. Or maybe you're already selling what I need on the internet. You already got your business going. And this is what I'm saying. All these different areas of development and sharing that knowledge of how, where, What's the process? You know, making that happen. So I hope this vision catches on, and people are beginning to come. It's beginning to work. People are getting their subscribers. Um, Chad Cole left me a message. He needed 28 subscribers. I believe the message was he has 8 more subscribers to reach his 1,000. Haha, Yahoo! Haha, it's working. Um, I'm jazzed. And then there's this Beyond the Game. He got his 100. He's got his 1,000. He now only needed 8 subscribers. But as an end result to this, Beyond the Game, last count was 1,008. He got 16 more last time I looked. I'm jazzed. This is working. And these other people, the middleman, you know, who else? I think it's Bob 5150, the Bob. I believe he is too. And so this is working. And so we just need to stay awake and, continue to push forward and develop this platform I'm talking about. And if we were the network among platforms, kind of like, well, I don't know, let's say like the Lions Club or something. But point is I'm trying to make is amongst platforms. We network amongst ourselves. No matter, we need mini groups, and the more diverse, the better. It don't matter. In my perception, you can't do that. You can't look at somebody and go, oh well, they're uneducated. I mean, brah. They have value. They have knowledge. They have areas of expertise. So you can't judge. That's what I'm trying to say here. You can't do that. Everybody has value. And they're God-given value. We're all important. Every single one of us are important. And so we're wrong by judging one another. I've got more education than you. You are poor. And I'm over here in Beverly Hills. Wrong thinking. Stinking thinking, as they say in the program. Judging is wrong. We're to love our brother as ourselves. And you're my brother. Who's your neighbor? You're my neighbor. I'm your neighbor. We're all neighbors. So point being, we need to build this platform. We need to remove any and all judgment and rethink what we're doing with our channel. And maybe you need to write down an outline and take a look at it and do some brainstorming yourself as a foundation to get started on and start taking your channel more seriously. What can you do different? What can you do with your channel right now to make a difference with no input from anybody else? What can you do? Where do you want to go? Maybe you need to sit down with not only what can you do, where do you want your page to be in a year from now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now? And what are you going to do to get there? What do you think it's going to take to get there? You can always go for free. You can always go to Barnes and Nobles. You don't even have to have a dime in your pocket. All you have to do is go into Barnes and Nobles and pick up a book and read on whatever topic or subject matter you're interested in. Business, leadership. How did Donald Trump make it? Donald Trump has books out there. Bill Gates. these guys have books that they share their knowledge in, and it's free. You can just sit there and read it. You can go to the library. You can go to a college library, like a junior college library. You can actually walk into that library and start reading books, whatever subject matter you want to read up on and learn about and educate yourself with for free. Junior colleges don't monitor who walks in their libraries, not unless it gets abused. People start going in there and ripping books off and being stupid and ignorant and disrespecting the place, then there would be a problem and it would stop. But if you go in there and you're sensible and you're respectful and you just walk in as if you're a student and you just sit down and read a book like you would at Barnes and Nobles or at the library, I'm just trying to say, what else can you do? What else is there to do? And this is brainstorming. You see this information I just mentioned? Have you thought of that? Have you ever thought about that? Walking into a junior college and using the information that they have available in their bookstores? Not bookstores, in their libraries? There is a wealth of subject matters that public library don't even have, because it's a specialized areas. If you got a YouTube channel and you're homeless, you go in there cleaned up. You just clean up a bit, you know what I'm saying? And you just go in there and you play the part, you look the part. You just, you do the best you can. You go in there smelling right, looking right, clean, and you can learn. So do you hear what I'm saying? I'm talking, this is basic, just the bare minimum. I don't care where you're at in life is my point. If you want to get ahead, you can. You just got to think differently. That stinking thinking has got to go. So if you have a channel, what do you want to do with that channel? You want to teach how to do archery? You want to read the Bible and teach? You want to just share the word, the Bible? You want to be a storyteller? What do you want to do? And what do you enjoy doing? Because that's where it's at. What do you enjoy? Got to think outside the box. You got to, brainstorm with yourself. But then when we get in the group, you can ask questions. There is no dumb question. And this is why I'm saying, I'm really hoping this catches on and you hear my heart. You hear where I'm coming from. And you get on board and be a part of this group. Develop your own group. Be a part of this group. David Knight has he has a YouTube channel, but David Knight has a Facebook page that he's created for this as well. So, make your groups, make your YouTube page that platform for this. Do a video, a short little video, and post it, in the Facebook page. And then contact can be made on Messenger. And let's make this happen, America. YouTube creators, we can do this. And I'm seeing it come together right now. It's coming together. And got to change your thinking. If you're negative and you're disappointed and you're frustrated and you're in a place where you're just bitter or whatever's going on with you, let it go. Let it go. It's not worth it. Gotta change that stinking thinking. Because there's a whole lot out here in front of you. You just gotta get out of your comfort zone. Step out of that comfort zone. You got the keys. And the keys are out there to be found if you don't have them. And that's what I'm talking about here. Part of it anyway. Some of it anyway. And that's why networking and pulling together and creating this platform where we're sharing our interests, we're sharing our goals, we're sharing, well, maybe not, well, that'd just be between individuals. But my point is we need each other. And each one of us know that. No, we're never, I think I'm an island until I have something pulls my string. And for each one of us, it's different. And we find out real quick, we're not an island. So stop that stinking thinking. We need each other. And that's what I'm trying to say here. And so make this happen, America. Make this happen, YouTube content creators. We can do this. Get out of yourself, man. Don't lean on your own understanding. It's that stinking thinking. It's the... Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm tiptoeing all around it. I'm just going to go here. Because it's psychological. What holds you back? What holds you back? I'm sure some things are coming to your mind. You know, did Mom tell you you're never gonna be nothing? Did your dad call you stupid? You know, what holds you back? You got learning disabilities. Did you know Arnold Schwarzenegger has dyslexia? Did you know there's been some presidents, I forget who they are, that's had dyslexia? There are some famous people that have overcome and have not allowed their disabilities to interfere with their life. I was just watching a broadcast, an older broadcast. The guy was in England. Now, he had somebody take him under his wing. But he shared how he was dyslexic. And this guy took him under his wing and helped him out. He was like a dad. And he became a millionaire. And he managed himself 2 or 3 different businesses himself. You can't let whatever the old tapes are that are playing in your head keep you tied where you're down, where you're at. Don't do that. Rip those flipping chains, cuffs off. It's a lie. And you're important. when you look at the people that are successful, one way or another, they swam upstream and they dug in and they didn't allow those old tapes. They got some help with wherever they had to get it, they got it, whether it was counseling or whether it was a good friend or a pastor or NAAA. They did whatever they had to do. Now, ultimately, NAAA, it says nothing changes till you change. And you can change without God, and that's true. You can. People do it. But every one of us know that there's something inside missing, and we're trying to fill it with something. Well, Jesus is really the only one that fills it. And I'm not here to preach. I'm just trying to touch base on this area entirely. Because I am a Christian. If those of you that don't know haven't, I'm sure you have assumed so, I'm thinking. But I have peace. I have peace. I couldn't sit here and do this without it. It wouldn't be possible. It's somewhat emotional. I'm live on YouTube to the world. Ha! Not this guy, man. Men don't get emotional. It just don't happen. No, I'm acting like this on purpose. Because how many of us put that face on when you're hurting, dying inside, and you're just, men don't hurt. Men don't show pain. We don't hurt. We don't cry. Okay? I'm talking about keeping it real and overcoming. That's what I'm talking about. So, I'm seriously trying to keep it very real. Seriously real. Painfully real. But it's only because I can do this only because God has given me that peace that allows me to do that. Before I was a Christian, there's no flipping away. I would be very serious. Emotions don't exist because emotions are weak. And that's how I used to think. And that's how I understood life. And my stinking thinking kept me locked up into this place that was no good. And it keeps you back. It holds you back. So you got to get out of it. And I needed to touch base with this. It was not planned. There is no script. I mean, this is from what I read the other night. Okay? There is no script here, really. And it's down here, so I'm not reading nothing. Obviously, I'm not reading anything. I'm just truly, as always, speaking from the heart. Being honest and keeping it real. And what can I say? Never give up. There's always a way. Because I've learned there's always a way. I may not know that way. I got to figure it out. I got to read books. I got to search it out on the internet. I got to talk to people. I got to reach out beyond myself to get the help. But I've learned there's always a way. Always a way. And this is why I'm saying if this platform takes off, if we can get out of ourselves as a whole, as content creators, and we can step out beyond ourselves, then your channel can prosper. You can do better. Get out of that thinking that interferes. Like, I'm here to tell you, once again, it's my foundation, because it's changed my life and made a huge difference in it. I have peace that I wouldn't have. I've overcome stuff that I would have been stuck in. The day, I don't know. I wouldn't be in a very good place if it wasn't for the peace that I have. So I really believe this is really reaching some people out there. So let's make these channels valuable. And if you don't care about making it serious and making money, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Enjoy what you're doing, and there's no judgment here. But if you want to make some money or you just want to come network with us, you want to gain, like going to school, you want to gain information and knowledge and understand more, and then come join the group. I don't care. But now don't waste people's time either. But if you just want to learn and glean from it, all's welcome. All is welcome. We're not too different. We're really not too different. We may think differently. We may see things differently. We may understand things differently. We may look at life differently. But the core of who we are, we're all the same. We're not much different. My insecurities may not be your insecurities, but guess what? We have insecurities. Your pain may not be my pain, but we both have pain. If you punch me in my face, it's gonna hurt, swell up. I hit you in yours, it's gonna hurt, swell up. We're both gonna be hurting now. We may not be showing it when we're in public, but when I'm in the privacy of my own space, I'm gonna relax. It's gonna hurt, man. But nobody's gonna know it's gonna hurt because they're not gonna know. Because you're not gonna let them know. You know what I'm saying? But reality is, gotta keep it real. I do anyway. I didn't have that freedom in the past. I couldn't be real. Only with very few. So, all right, enough of this psychological, but psychology is a very big part of sales. Psychology is a very big part of business. And this is why I reached down and dug in and became just painfully transparent or painfully honest. Because I want us to grow and develop as content creators, whether it's YouTube, whether it's BitChute, whether it's, Vimeo, or however you pronounce that. There's so many different platforms. And the more you share it, the more it'll be seen. You go to this platform and you download it. You go to the next platform and you download it. You go to the next platform and you download it. You pursue Amazon about being a sponsor for your page. I haven't done that yet. I've been very busy with this. And I've learned some things I didn't know before all this started taking place. So I've just recently learned about Amazon and having them given us access as content creators to sell product. I do not know the details. But you can call them, I'm sure. You can probably go to their webpage and look for sponsorships. That's just off the top of my head without even really knowing. It's what I would do. I'd go in there and I'd, what do I think? And I'd start searching for it. And if not, I'd call them. Or just call them. Forget all that. Call them and see if you can speak to somebody in their, in their sales department or in their internet department. And somebody will tell you. Someone knows. Management will know. Get a hold of someone in management. if you haven't thought of these things. Uh, so for those of you that already know, see, this is where having this platform would really make a difference, because that means I could go to John on the platform and say, hey, John, man, what's up with this pursuing Amazon and having them sponsor my show with their product? What's involved? What's the process to make that happen? What's the process? If that's not a word you're familiar with, get familiar with it. Repeat it over and over to yourself. Write it down. What's the process to making this happen? Another one for you. What do I need to do? What does, not what does. What do I need to do? What do I need to do to make this happen? Will you work with me? Or work with me, meaning I need your help. Work with me on this. Meaning you're also implying, you're making a statement that you're willing to do what it takes. That's the implied message, the unspoken message. What do you need to do when you're going to somebody that has something that you need? You know? So for those of you that aren't familiar with this or haven't thought about this, or it's all new to you, write those things down. It will make a difference when you have a conversation. To make that happen. You know, what's the process? What are the steps? What do I need to do? And then what can you do for them? Maybe you need to do something for them first. If they have something that you need. You know, you're not exchanging money, you're exchanging something in trade of value. Maybe you're going to do some services for them for free. Not free, but in trade. I need, you know, this made. And you can make it for me. And in exchange for that, it's called bartering. You know, there's bartering sites as well. You can barter different things. And they've been doing this shoot since the 80s that I know of. But nonetheless, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to give you some, those of you that are not aware of this, some insight, some ideas. You're not up against, you are up against the wall because you don't have the information. And that's why a millionaire, you can strip him of all his money, put a pair of old Levi's on him, a t-shirt, give him a jacket and some shoes. In a year, he'll be a millionaire. You know, if he's in that homeless shelter, he's going to find out about work. He's going to start helping them in that shelter with his expertise. And he's going to start getting to know people. And he's going to, in a year's time, that millionaire will be right back where he started. Because he has the knowledge, he has that information. Okay, I don't want to beat a dead horse. And if I'm speaking to someone and I just cut you off too soon, I didn't mean to, because I realized there was more to say on that subject. But you getting the idea. I'm thinking you are. And, you know, we need a diverse group. We need guys with real skills, you know, real knowledge. And willing to share this information that you normally wouldn't share. You know, the videos that I make, they are sloppy. Don't think that I am unaware that these are all sloppy and messy and you know, they're just a wreck. They're a train wreck, these videos that I've made. But the reason I continue to make them is because of the knowledge the practical application of how to get the job done is good and it's helpful. And it makes your job that much easier to do. I have bought some books on how to tile. It doesn't have the information in there that I'm sharing on my channel. And I bought 3 or 4 books. I do staircases, custom, oak, radius, curved stairs, and I don't do tile, but the skills and the different processes of what it takes in putting that staircase together has given me the basic understanding and skill to work with tile. I didn't want to do it. Did not even want to do it. It's a totally different animal. It's been a huge learning curve. But my point is I have bought books. The books I've bought have been somewhat helpful, but the content that I bring to the table in showing these train wreck videos, as far as in the videoing of it, there's value there because I give you the information that it takes to get the job done. Now, I got to get some equipment, obviously, to make that happen. But I could quit. I could be really critical with myself. Well, I can't do that. I'm not going to embarrass myself that way. Then I would be cheating you out of the information that would make a difference in your life, for your job, for you, for your own personal development. I'd be cheating you out of that, Hands-on is where we learn. For most of us, hands-on is where we learn, regardless of what it is. Others, you read a book, man, you got it. Bam, you got it. Not me. I got to read and write it down and draw it, and it's a whole nother ball game for this guy. And so the reason that I do this, I continue, because I'm gonna get the equipment. My videos will be better, and it's important that it's important to me that I give this information out to help you, doing my part. It makes life worth living. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. That's not really the right words. So if I'm helping you, then that's making your life a little easier, and that's more about where I'm coming from. If we all cared on that level, what a different place this would be. Got to get back to basics. Don't forget where you started. Don't forget where you come from. If you're successful today and you are going, yeah, you're right, Ken, but I just don't have the time, or it's not worth my time, or I'm wasting my time. Investing into someone's life, my life is valuable. And investing into my life is not a waste of time because I'm valuable. Investing into your life isn't a waste of my time because you're valuable. Now, we need to value each other's time, and we need to value the content that's being shared and recognize that. So that's real important, or can turn into something where you're just wasting your time because you're not ready. If that's the case, then you're not ready. which means you got to work on these internal issues. Get this counseling, go talk to a friend, a pastor, read some books and talk to a pastor or a friend or somebody, and overcome. Go to NAAA and overcome it. And the reason I can say that to you, I had a brother that never did. He in and out of prison his whole life, and went to NAAA on a regular basis. Didn't struggled, never really overcome it, never really got past it, and unfortunately, he died on mass. At 62, 3 years old, a few years ago. What a shame. How sad. What a shame. Smart. Potential. An artist. He was one heck of an artist. Paul Williams. Anyway, whew, don't believe I'm doing this. But nonetheless, so get beyond your struggles. Get the help you need to overcome. And you can do this. You can do it. You just got to take the steps and do what it takes. So, with all that being said, reevaluate what you're doing, reevaluate your channel. Please subscribe to this Facebook page. Come to my page and I'll send you a link to the Facebook page for this platform, the YouTube platform. And think about your page and what you can do right now. And there are some people out here on YouTube that are giving out so much valuable information, it's unbelievable. And some guys are in it just for themselves. It's all about them. And that's okay, you know. But there are a lot of guys out here sharing so much information that will make a difference for what you're doing. Improve what you're doing, all within itself. But to get together and network and share our you know, I'm getting tired of being up all night for whatever that's worth. But I've already said it. So let's do this. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about what I see going on, and it's happening. It's happening. I was talking to a guy the other day, and he's got his Facebook, he's got his videos in 3 or 4 or 5 different platforms. And he said he's gained like 80 subscribers in the last 3 weeks. That is like huge. But now if we network amongst ourselves and it can continue it's gonna level out here, but at some point. But that's why we need to make the physical, well, not physical, but make that connection where we're all coming to the platform and we're talking about our interests and our hobbies and that type of thing, and share our thoughts and ideas, because that's where things develop. You know, that's where things are invented. So if I can invent this item by myself. What can the three of us invent together? You know? So just remember, we need to not be critical, not be judgmental. We need to love our neighbor as ourselves and be real. And, it's not about taking advantage. It's not about using or abusing. It's about treating your neighbor as yourself and working together as a team and watch what comes out of that. If we birth this and this takes off and we have the snowball effect, sky's the limit. Sky is the limit. This is America. We can do anything. All right, with that, I'm shutting up. God bless. Take care. Keep it real and never give up, because there's always a way. And remember, you can do this. I've given you, those of you that need this information, I've given you enough information or stirred some stuff up within you to cause you to think and move forward. And that's my hopes. And that's the reason why I went to this level of psychology. It's real. We're psychological beings. And that's where we live. So use this. Take the information and use it. I would love to hear some testimonies. Somebody saying, Ken, that information, man. Whew, you were spot on. You hit me between my eyes. Whew. And you made me think. And this is what I did as an end result. And I had beer in my hand. I had a needle in. And you, what you said, made a difference in my life. That's what I'm talking about. Or you at the point of giving up. And you dug in and you turned around as the end result. Or whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. I'm really hoping this makes a difference. And I just sense in my heart that there is. I think there's quite a few of you out there that I'm speaking to. I just really sense that in my heart. It's hitting, it hits my heartstrings. I understand the struggles. And so I hope you take this information. Those of you that need this information and are in this place, that you get a hold of it. Take your first steps. Go into Barnes and Nobles and step into the psychology section. Step into the leadership section. Step into the business section. Step into all three of them. Grab one book from each section. One that sounds of interest. If it's not of interest, then grab another. And if you're just struggling, it's okay. It's okay. Talk to someone. Talk to someone. You don't have to go it alone. Get out of yourself. Take some risk. Take some risk. You'll be glad you did in most cases. So be wise, take some risk, get some books, go to the library, go to the junior college library. Search on YouTube, search on the internet. There's so much information out there. You can look up any topic right here on your phone. You don't have to even go anywhere. But I'm just saying. I'm just throwing out as much information out there as I can. Wow. Hour and a half, really? No, hour and 10 minutes. I'm shutting up. Once again, I'm going to have to quit saying that because I say that and I keep talking. It's like the boy that cried wolf. He cried wolf. Nobody believed him. They come running 3 times. And last time he got eaten up because nobody believed him. So I need to quit saying I'm shutting up and then keep talking. Okay. And one more item. For those of you out there that, for whatever the reasons may be, whether it's family, whether it was a preacher, whether it was friends, or you thought whatever it is, if you're a Christian and you're not walking with God and you're angry, you're mad, you're hurt, let it go. Let it go. The smallest thing I know sometimes can be the most difficult. Letting go is a small adjustment. And that's easy to say, let go. But when you let go, you'll be free. So you want to be free? And so, you know where the peace is. You know where the joy is. You know where real life is. God's calling you home. I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear from all of you. And if this turned you off what I'm saying, then I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm not trying to offend anybody. That's my point. In some of my videos, I said you can't hurt my feelings. Well, it's because I understand. I understand. So, all right. Take care. I really hope to hear from you, all of you, man. If 50 people listen to this, I would love to hear from 50 people. I've taken risks. I'm putting myself out here. Some people would say you're putting yourself out on Front Street. Yeah, I guess I am. You want to be a leader? You think you bad, mother. You think you bad, right? You want to be a leader? Really? To be a leader, you got to be willing to take risks. You got to be willing to put yourself out there on Front Street. You got to be willing to be mocked, laughed at, made fun of, put down, spit on, maybe, God forbid, but maybe, God forbid. But my point is hair hit. Point being, if you want to be a leader and be a good leader, you got to lead the way. You got to be real. And it means you got to take risks. So, contact me. I would love to hear from you. If you have, input on, I heard what you said, and, you were talking about brainstorming and collaborating. I haven't used that word until now. And collaborating. and having a think tank. I have some ideas. Bring it on. Boy, you're going to make my day. If you're saying, Ken, man, I was getting ready to put that up my nose, and I heard what you said. Man, I put that down. I've been going to an NAA group as an end result. You'll make my day. So regardless of what it is, hey, I just enjoyed what you said. You took risk, man. I would not do that. You're crazy. You think I'm going to do that? I'm not going to put myself out there like that. Well, I would love to hear from you, no matter what it is you got to say. Ken, you some dumb mother. Bring it on. Can't hurt my feelings. Let me know. I wanted to build this. We, not I, but we. And we have to do this. And united we stand. I'm wanting to build this platform, but we are building the platform. We are making it happen. If you start your own platform, that's good. That's good, but we're doing it. We are still doing it. These other YouTube platforms, I'm gonna have to take the time today to go in there after I get some sleep. I've been up all night. And I want to present these ideas to them and see where that goes. I'm thinking it's going to catch on once I get it into one of those YouTube platforms. I hope so. And if not, it's okay. It only takes a spark to get a fire going. That's a song that some of you may know, but it only takes a spark. I want to be that spark. And if I can be that spark, I will be jazzed to see the end results of that. Just a spark. Nothing special. Just to see us move forward as a nation of YouTubers, of not YouTubers, but of content creators. And there's 15, 20, 30, 40, 100 groups, 300 groups. Then there are spreads across the United States. Wow. Like these fires we had here in California, holy smokes. It only took a flipping spark. Well, we need to catch on. We need to catch on. And make a difference and get back to basics. I keep referring back to when we came here from England to America. We pulled together, and as an end result, look what we've got today. We started out with meager. We were homeless, basically. Starting out meagerly. And look where we're at now. Hard work. So don't think it's going to be a piece of cake. But if we're gaining the knowledge, we're gaining the information, we're gaining those psychological tools, and the knowledge and expertise, and we're all putting in, and we're building, because we can build when we put our strengths together, and we're building. We're a flipping bulldozer, man. We're a tank. Get out of our way. We're running you over. You got to move. We're coming through. That's what I'm talking about. And that's ultimately what I'm talking about. Movers and shakers. More than movers and shakers. Seizing the moment. So let's seize the moment. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I'm looking forward to seeing in my Invo skin Facebook page requests so we can do this. It takes each one of you. Oh, well, it's just me. I'm not. It's just me. Well, it is just you and just you and you and you. If I clap, if I sit here and clap, it's one little pop. Then I get two people. I get you to clap with me. We have now the sound grows a little bit. We get 10 people in here and we're clapping. We're going to make some noise. We're going to make a fair amount of noise. We get 50 people in here. Our neighbors are going to hear it. We're making noise. So it takes you and me and you and you and you. So I hope you're catching what I'm saying. You're valuable. You have a purpose. And you're valuable. And for what it's worth, God made you that way. Even if you've been lied to and you don't believe it, you're valuable. So take care. God bless. Bye for now. And I am out of here. Please subscribe, or I don't even care about subscribing, but you can. But my point is the platform, the Facebook platform. Hit me up on InvoSkin so I can send you a request. Goodbye and bye for now. And keep it real. And remember, never give up, because there's always a way.